Chris O'Cook here, poet, essayist, raconteur, bon vivant, and welcome to my instructional video about how to write a song. Specifically, how to write the chord progressions that form the basis of a song. We're not dealing right now with how to write lyrics or how to play solos or anything like that, just chords. This video is for musicians who are a little past beginner level. You already know how to play, you already know what I mean by words like chord and key, but you want to start writing songs and you're not sure how. So, the three most basic chords in a rock song. This is specifically about writing rock and pop songs. If you're composing jazz or classical or something, that's a different story. So go watch a different video, I guess. The three most common chords in rock, your basic building blocks, are the 1, the 4, and the 5. Those are the three chords that are major in a given key. Now I'm going to be calling chords by numbers in this mostly, instead of by names, by letter names. So the progression will be the same no matter what key you're in. For example, in the key of C, the 1, the 4, and the 5 would be C, F, and G. In the key of G, it would be G, C, and D. In the key of A, it would be A, D, E, and so on. Assuming you're not getting too fancy, there are 7 chords in a particular key, and I've listed those in the text below. Now, obviously, if you're some kind of genius, then eventually, you're just going to do whatever and it'll be great. But this is about how to get started, so I'm going to talk about the basics. The 1, 4, and 5 are major chords, the 2, 3, and 6 are minor chords, and the 7, well, the 7's kind of weird, so I'm going to talk about that a bit later. Now, the 1, 4, and 5 chords are the basis of rock and pop songwriting because those are the old blues chords. You've heard the phrase 12-bar blues. Okay, well, those 12 bars are 1, 1, 1, 1, 4, 4, 1, 1, 5, 4, 1, 5. So there's your basic, woke up this morning type song. Woke up this morning, and something stupid happened after I woke up this morning. Something stupid happened after I woke up this morning. 1, 1, 1, 1. If that thing that happened after I woke up this morning don't stop happening, I'm gonna something, something, something the blues. Now, obviously, it's the year 2011, and if you're in a band now, you're not going to be writing 12-bar blues songs every time. I think the last hit song I can remember there was a 12-bar blues was Give Me One Reason by Tracy Chapman back in about 1997. So it actually still does happen once in a while. Actually, Kiss by Prince is more or less a 12-bar blues. He's, playing it all funky because he's Prince, but that's basically what it is. It's just those 3 chords in a certain order the whole time. Now, what happened with the transition from blues to rock was people took those same 3 chords and just put them in a different order. And the most common progression became 1, 4, 5, 4. That probably sounds a little familiar already. That progression, just those 3 chords or 3 major chords in a given key, in that order, accounts for most of your sort of classic 60s garage band songs. So your Louie Louie, Wild Thing, Hang On Sloopy. All of those songs are the same progression. They're all 1, 4, 5, 4 in different keys. Louie Louie and Wild Thing are in A, Good Lovin's in G, Hang On Sloopy's in F sharp, but relative to the key, it's the same progression, 1, 4, 5, 4. So if you want to be a little different, you could take those same 3 chords and put them in a different pattern. Maybe start on a chord besides the 1. For example, if instead of same old 1, 4, 5, 4, you went 5, 4, 1, 5, then you'd have I Can't Explain, the Who's first hit song. Or just go 5, 4, and 1, and you've got Gloria, or mess with it so it's 4, 1, 5, and then you've got Desire by U2, or 4-5-1, then backwards 1-5-4, and you've got Sweet Jane. A simple 5-4-1 in A is Back in Black, or 1-5-4 in F is the power chords from Bob O'Reilly. These chords are all going to be within 2 frets of each other, one way or the other, by the way. Assuming you're playing bar chords, there are different ways to play them, but if you're starting from top position here, the one shaped like the open E, then you've got your 1, here's your 4, here's your 5. If you're starting from bottom position, the one shaped like an open A, then here's your 1, here's your 4, here's your 5. So just those 3 chords. We've just done the 3 majors so far, the 1, the 4, and the 5. So that just those 3 chords and one key or another in whatever order. You could play like a quarter of all the hit songs of the last 55 years probably, with just those 3, the three major chords from a given key, the 1, the 4, and the 5. Now, let's say you want to go nuts and bring in a 4th chord. The new chord's going to be a minor one, and the most likely one to use is the 6 minor. I'm just going to call it the 6 to save time, but remember the 6 is minor. So, if we take the 1, 4, and 5 and add the 6, then the standard progression for the first 15 years or so of rock with those chords is going to be 1, 6, 4, 5. So, for example, in the key of C, that would be C, A minor, F, and G. So you've got, let's see, that old instrumental song, Sleepwalk. Or the Beatles, This Boy. That boy. Same thing. Now, as you can hear, you'd probably use that progression for a slow song, a ballad, a love song. It does sound a little old-fashioned. You still do hear it every once in a while. A good example would be Joey by Concrete Blonde, which is in G, so Joey. Or even a more recent song, Bleeding Love, by Leona Lewis, which is in F, so... I don't care what they say, I'm in love with you, pull me away, but they don't know the truth. There's something with the vein and they keep on closing. Now, you unless you already know how to play and you know chord progressions and know how to listen to them, listen for them, you would never hear Joey and Bleeding Love and go, oh my god, you know, that's the same song. They're different musical styles. One's alternative rock, one's R&B, and they're in different keys. Joey is in G and Bleeding Love is in F, but they are both just 1, 6, 4, 5 the whole time. So in Joey, that's G, E minor, C, and in D, and in Bleeding Love, it's F, D minor, B flat, and C, but relative to the key, it is indeed the exact same song. And it's not even a question of the later song being a ripoff or anything, because that progression is, 10 million songs. It's almost like a fixed form in poetry, a sonnet or whatever. It's a form, it's a thing people do, no one owns it. Now, as far as why you would put a song in one key or another, that would have to do with the singer's voice, and we're not concerned with that now. If you write a song in one key and the singer goes, oh, I want it in a different key, no problem, just take the same progression and put it in a different key.